Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Heavenly Stories. Tonight we delve into eerie winter night horror stories, those whispered warnings from long ago that kept our ancestors huddled close to the firelight. It was a frigid December night in Vermont. The air was crisp and the ground was blanketed in a thick layer of snow, reflecting the pale moonlight. Sarah, recently arrived at her new home, a quaint cabin nestled deep within the snowy woods, needed firewood. The isolation was both peaceful and eerie, with only the sounds of the forest to keep her company. As she stacked the logs, a faint sound reached her, a rapping at the front door. It was unusual for anyone to visit, especially at this hour. Unlocking the door, a rush of icy wind invaded the warmth of the cabin. The cold was biting and the wind howled like a distant wolf. Footprints, fresh in the newly fallen snow, led to her porch, but none led away. It was as if someone had appeared out of thin air. One morning Sarah discovered a message scrawled in the snow. "I'm waiting for you." The words sent a chill down her spine, more piercing than the winter cold. She couldn't shake the feeling that she was being watched. Every creak of the cabin, every gust of wind, seemed to whisper secrets of the unknown visitor. Sarah knew she had to find out who or what was leaving these messages. The mystery of the frozen visitor consumed her thoughts, leaving her restless and anxious. The snow fell in thick sheets, covering everything in a blanket of white. The world seemed to hold its breath, blanketing the world in an eerie silence. The only sound was the crunch of snow under tires and the occasional gust of wind. Tom was driving home late, his car moving cautiously over the treacherous, icy road. The headlights cut through the darkness, the icy road reflecting the headlights like malevolent eyes. Rounding a bend, he squinted through the windshield. His headlights illuminated a woman in a red coat, waving frantically. Her face was pale, eyes wide with fear. As he approached, the woman vanished into thin air. Locals later told him the legend of a woman who froze to death decades ago, on a night much like this one. She had been seeking help, forever seeking the help she never received in life. Her spirit, they said, still roams the icy roads, appearing to travelers in need, only to disappear as mysteriously as she came. Emma and her children put the finishing touches on their snowman. They laughed and played, adding a carrot nose and button eyes, feeling proud of their creation. It was a perfect winter day, filled with joy and laughter. But as the sun set, the snowman was gone. The yard, once filled with the sounds of children playing, was now eerily silent. Emma couldn't believe her eyes. In its place stood another, taller, with grotesque features. Its eyes seemed to follow her, and its twisted smile sent chills down her spine. It was as if the snowman had come to life, but in a horrifying way. Night after night, the snowman inched closer to the house. Emma watched in terror as it moved, ever so slightly, under the cover of darkness. Each morning, it was closer than before. By the third night, it stood pressed against their sliding glass door. Its icy breath fogged up the glass, and its cold, lifeless eyes stared into their home. Emma knew something was terribly wrong. When the police arrived, all that remained was a puddle of melted snow and a single icy footprint leading away. The mystery of the snowman stalker left everyone in the neighborhood on edge, wondering if it would return. Nestled high in the mountains stood a secluded ski lodge. Ryan and his friends were assigned Cabin 13, a rustic cabin at the edge of the property. Their stay was plagued by strange occurrences. The final straw came when they discovered claw marks etched into the outside of the windows. Later, they learned that Cabin 13 had been vacant for years, deemed uninhabitable due to unexplained incidents. Snow fell silently as Nick made his way home along the train tracks. Suddenly, a distant wail of a train horn pierced the stillness. A ghostly light cut through the falling snow, growing larger. He jumped off the tracks as the spectral train roared past. Local legend spoke of a train that derailed decades ago, its ghostly whistle heard on snowy nights. The small Alaskan town huddled under a blanket of snow. One legend was that of the Blizzard Caller, an ancient spirit commanding the fury of winter. Matt, a newcomer, mocked the legend in a crowded bar. That night, the worst blizzard in decades descended upon the town. The next morning, his friends found his house empty, his footprints disappearing into the swirling white abyss. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed these chilling tales, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more spine-tingling stories. Stay safe and warm, and I'll see you in the next video.